Good morning, fellow YouTubers. Today, I'm not necessarily doing a craft on a budget, but I am doing some crafting. This year for Christmas, I have seen a lot of monogram letters coming out, and I have been trying to figure out how to make them. Last night, I finally figured it out, but it was on an older design space for Cricut. This is what the new design space on my Chromebook looks like. So let's get started on how to do the monogram letters. All right, so once you got into your design space, you're going to go ahead and create new project. Now, after you go to create new project, you're going to go here to text. I have not bought a bunch or signed up for the subscription for this, so I am simply going to go and see what my system offers me for my fonts. I am not doing any particular font, just going to kind of find something that's semi-cool so that I can give you guys an idea of how to do this. Again, it did take me a little bit to figure it out. I've asked questions. People said that they bought the display for it, and unfortunately, I am a mom of 3 on an extreme budget, so I figured out how to do it myself. So once you've collected your font and decided what font you want, you're going to insert your letter. Just one letter, nothing fancy, just the first letter of their name or last letter or whatever letter you choose to do. Okay, now, actually, yeah, I'm going to go with A. You're going to want to make it relatively large. You can edit this down once you've decided what font and what size you want. Once you're happy with the way that your letter looks, you're going to go down here and you're going to click on shapes. Now you're going to want to do a square. At least this is how I've done it. And you see the square will change however you want. You do need to unlock it because what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to make this into a thin line. Now you don't want to go too thin because you will end up cutting this line. So you want to kind of have a decent line. And then I'm going to take this over here, make sure it's about where I want it. See, okay. So I'm thinking that that's going to be about the right size. So then I'm going to go here and I'm going to go action. And we're just going to duplicate this line. Now, the second line that I just created, you're just going to go ahead and kind of set off to the side because that's not really the primary right now. So you're going to take this line and you're going to want to line it up exactly where you want it. I'm going to go, it's kind of in the exact middle right now, but I kind of want to go down to just the top of the line. That way I'm still pretty even. Okay. So now the color of this doesn't matter either because it's not going to make a difference. Okay, now that we have our line where we want it to go, we're going to weld these two together. And you're just going to find that right there in the actions tool. Going to go ahead and weld. Now, welding just simply makes this one piece. That means I can do anything and everything that I want to it. And gets us ready to move on to our next step where that line plays in place. All right, so now the next step is going to be taking that second line. Remember I told you we weren't going to mess with it. Luckily, this has a nice way to line stuff up. We're simply going to take this line and we're going to come about halfway in to the line that we first created. See the black line and the difference in the gray line? Now, we do want to keep that gray line highlighted, and there is a reason for that, because what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and we're going to extend out and fully cover the section that we want to cut. Okay? All right, once you are happy with where your line is going to be cut, again, make sure you have the rest of the letter completely gone. Now, the next step is going to be highlighting this whole thing similar to what you would do if you were welding it. But the difference is this time we're not going to be welding. We're actually going to be slicing. So now that that is all connected and you have the highlighted area all the way around, you're going to come down here. And again, this is in your actions. You're going to hit slice. Now what that's going to do is that's going to slice all the parts. There's one. There's two. And if I did it right, ta-da! Now, the next step, we do not need these, so we can go ahead and delete. Okay, now, the next thing you're going to do is it is time to add your text. Again, I'm just going to pick some random just to show you. And you can add designs or display or however you want to do this. This is just a real quick tutorial to show you how to be able to do the monogram letters. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and have a great afternoon and happy holidays.